What is up, guys? My name is Soxer1 and welcome to me playing the new Terraria update for a whole 24 hours. That's right, 24 hours, no break. As many of you guys know, this is the final update on the game forever. They added a lot of things and hopefully we get through all of them in these 24 hours. Then again, I'm no Terraria expert. That's why I'm bringing my friend Elpa, who's an expert at this game. So enjoy this 24-hour montage. Just getting started, I already noticed the player selection screen was different. And of course, I went for my Beano's character. Something you notice right away is the new animation. Everything looks alive. We spent no time admiring the trees and started going deep inside the cave. We started exploring some dungeons, but didn't find anything interesting. This magical tree was pretty cool, though. And then the so-called better player had our first death from a boulder. We recovered quickly by finding huge patches of tungsten, which will be great for getting our first pieces of gear. That's when we came across this crazy mushroom biome that's been severely enhanced. It didn't look crazy. We didn't find anything cool though, so we decided to go to another cave. While we were traveling, I made sure to get all the cactuses, because what kind of Terraria player are you if you're not gonna make cactus armor? Found another chest and also our first cool weapon. A boomerang. Boomerang gang.
Boomerang gang.
Boomerang gang. Seeming to have good luck, we went much deeper down this cave. When my friend Elpa found another weapon.
I got the power of God and enemy on my side. Blah.
And I made some mistakes on the way down.
Oh, don't step on that pressure plate, by the way. You idiot.
Kept on mining tungsten while my friend Elpa died again. After all of that, we finally found our first 1.4 item.
Grants the ability to float in water. Oh.
What is that? We found a floaty. Our inventories were full, so we thought it was a good time to start working on our base. I also killed this bunny. We didn't really have a design to go with, but Elpa started building something unfamily friendly, so I had to stop him. I also made myself some armor. Guys, we got cactus armor. Let's go. Continued working on our base throughout the day, and I forgot how satisfying it was to build in Terraria. While Elpa was decorating our beautiful base with sandcastles, I decided we should challenge each other to rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you want to play rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Once I asserted my dominance, it was time to go on an adventure again.
There's a gnome in here, bro.
It's Keemstar.
Oh.
Ow! Keemstar's angry.
Dude, what's the drama, bro?
We also started hunting down these demon eyes so we can get their lenses in order to summon one of the bosses, which I had no idea at this current time. This was my first Terraria playthrough, so my reaction went a little bit like this. We can roast marshmallows together. What?
I need that booty!
Ah! Why would you do this?
Come here!
What? It is following me! Feeling threatened, I did my best by throwing my boomerang at it.
Boomerang.
Oh my god. Oh!
Boomer slang.
Boomer bang. And then it transformed.
Because it does that.
Oh, that is so much worse. Oh!
Yeah,
I am running.
yeah,
I am running. No! Leave me alone! Emma, are you Emma the nurse? Emma, do something. Ah! Just like that, we defeated our first boss and also my first boss in Terraria. My first time! And then we fought him again and won. After defeating the Eye of Cthulhu twice, we upgraded our weapons to this yo-yo thing and started exploring the Crimson. While down here, Elpa told me to build these bridges and I had no idea why. All I cared about is him giving me another weapon, which was a gun. What?
Kitchen gun!
Pleasing socks is like pleasing a little kid going to a candy shop, bro.
These didn't last much longer when Elpa spawned another boss. Oh! It's an actual brain? While getting attacked by eyeballs and a brain, I was eating peanuts, so I was struggling twice as much. But then the brain of Cthulhu just locked onto Elpa, and I was kind of enjoying myself.
Hey, why is it going after me, bro?
Oh, this is kind of nice, actually. Boom, another boss under our belt. And then we killed him again. Now that we defeated the brain twice, we had enough materials to craft ourselves some crimson armor that would seriously upgrade our stats. And we defeated the brain once more, and it was much easier. Now that Elpa and I had full crimson armor, it was time to adventure the map even more. Elpa told me to talk to this old man, but as he said it, he slowly backed away. I should have learned by now that this was another boss. You pathetic fool. You cannot hope to face my master as you are now. Too bad. Curse.
Hello!
Oh! Oh! I ended up dying because I was put in a situation I was not ready for. When I came back, we finished off the job with our laser guns, and I got another achievement. After defeating Skeletron, we went to the dungeons, and it was time to find some better weapons. We didn't spend too much time down here because there was a lot of creatures, and it kind of felt like Bowser's Castle with these spinning spikes and flame balls. I did find this one cool weapon that was basically a hose, and I felt like a powerful fireman. And then I died. One of the new NPCs, the furry, actually sells a leather whip. I'm gonna whip you back the shape you run. Where are you, Alpha?
I'm running away, bro.
I followed Alpha around a bit and tried to whip him back into shape. Mine faster, mine faster.
Okay, dude.
While forcing Alpha to mine, we came across Queen Bee's little hive area. For the LOLs, I threw a dynamite at him so he'd fall in, but I didn't realize how close I was and I died, which also summoned the boss.
You idiot, bro. You idiot.
The best part is that I didn't have any wormhole potions in order to teleport to him.
Bro, I have to first this dumb boss all by myself. I'm nowhere near ready, bro.
So instead of fighting the Queen Bee for the first time, I just watched Alpha kill her on his stream.
Easy, chat.
Easy, bro. I wanted to take it easy for a bit and go fishing, but it started raining slime. So instead of a peaceful fishing montage, I was constantly attacked by slimes. Alpha also didn't tell me after killing so many slimes, the king slime would appear. The best part is that the boss almost killed Alpha, and I was the one who had to finish the job. Give me those toes!
Dude, you're gonna die as well.
No.
Ah,
At this point of the game, I also decided I wanted to become a mage. This meant I had to start getting fallen stars for mana crystals and also change my armor to meteorite armor. That way I have more mana power. We had to put that on hold for just a little bit because we had a goblin army attack. Can't stop, won't stop. It was pretty easy for the most part, especially using my new shotgun and bee gun that I found recently. Bees of Justice. I still needed to complete my set of meteorite armor, so I went back to the meteor. I had a big problem getting it because I kept on dying from these flaming flame balls. Oh! I guess I was getting so tired at this point, I was just standing on the meteor taking damage and not even realizing. I didn't even know I was on fire! Eventually, I did get enough meteorite, and I was also still getting a lot of mana crystals. While all this was happening, Elf was in the dungeons, and he found this very funny item. Oh. It was a whoopee cushion. I also went for one more run to get more meteorite because I was just lacking a couple more pieces for the full set. And boom, I had full meteorite armor, which helped me with my mana stuff. And then I stole Alpa's rubies because I wanted to make myself a lightsaber. Even though it was worse than my current weapon, I really wanted a lightsaber. Lightsaber, let's go! Now that we were equipped, it was ready to go to the underworld. Alpa already prepared a long and deep hole, and I was scared because it was my first time. The best part is the first creature I come across is a Voodoo Demon, and at this time, I had no idea the power I had in my hands. Is that the doll?
Yeah, you want to keep that. Don't throw it into lava, whatever you do.
Let's throw it in lava. I'm anti-Alpha, so I did the exact opposite of what he said.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
And this early on, we were fighting the wall of flesh, very unprepared. I also died to a misclick. I tried to come back down and finish the job, but Alpha said no because we didn't want to activate our terraria into hard mode. Since I was down here in the underworld, I kept on exploring to get some new weapons. The exploring did pay off because I got a new weapon called the Flame Lash, and this thing was insane. It was a tiny flame ball that followed wherever my mouse took it, and it was so much fun to use. You know, that reminds me of the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy with the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yondu. It was quite deadly as well. Before going back to the underworld, I thought it would be a good idea just to explore the underground a little bit more, maybe get some cool items. And I did find something cool. Murderous umbrella?
Umbrella that's got a quenching thirst for blood.
I'm literally Mary Poppins. I didn't find anything much cooler after that, but I really loved my flame lash. When I went back to the underworld, I started placing down long roads so we would easily beat the wall of flesh. I also explored these ruined houses and mostly just got potions and gold. And the exploring did pay off because I found the Flower of Fire, which was basically a Mario power-up of Fire Flower. And I used that to shred through this blood moon, and we got so much gold, it was unreal. But the time has come, we were gonna go fight the wall of flesh. Let me just state, the wall of flesh is the scariest looking thing ever. But it wasn't hard to beat him because we had so much room to move back in. We got our items and headed home, and we were encountered with a goblin army right off the bat. But now that we were in hard mode, it was a lot harder. There was these like flying goblin wizards that were pretty tough. Now that we were in hard mode, or at least how I understand, there are some new ores that show up around the map. So the first one we need to get is Cobalt in order to upgrade our stuff, and we mined plenty of it. With the new ores also came new monsters, and this shadow guy really creeps me out. What I love about Terraria is being able to fashion yourself any way you want to without affecting your armor.
Oh my god, dude, you're beautiful, bro.
Nonetheless, we now had Cobalt Pickaxes. This meant we could mine better ores. When we went deeper underground, we came across another mini-boss called the Crimson Mimic. We wanted to kill him because he dropped some really good items, but I got killed by this ghost gopher. The whole game just seems a lot harder at this point with all these ghost creatures. I guess this is why they call it hard mode. Next ore that we needed to get was titanium, and I really needed it because my whole weapons and my armors were really lacking. We used Splunker potions in order to find titanium faster, but honestly, I don't think it helped me very much. Also, I forgot forgot to mention, Elpa did end up killing that mimic, so we got this magic dagger that he gave to me.
Oh. Dead.
So now I had a slightly better weapon. I found titanium the easiest on the roof of the underworld. I found titanium!
Oh my god, dude, you did something.
And we had to get a lot of titanium because we needed about 300 pieces so both of us could have full sets of armor. We didn't have enough titanium the first time around, so I tried to whip Elpa to give me his titanium armor, but he didn't. While we were down here, we got another voodoo doll, so we decided to fight the wall of flesh again just for the good loot. I'm an independent, strong purple woman. We got some more good loot, including this golden whip cracker. But we finally did it. Both Elpa and I had a full set of titanium armor. The next step of our journey was getting wings so we could fly around. I didn't really understand this process, but we had to wait till nighttime in order for him to trade with one of the NPCs. I don't know. It was a scary night, but he ended up getting his wings. When we got back to base, it was time to face another boss. What the? The destroyer took a long time to kill because I had a whole lot of health points. It was pretty easy, but I made a mistake by dropping onto him at the very end. Elba ended up killing him. I had another shot at him when we summoned him again, but then he came from my booty, getting me at the very end. Before we fought another boss, we set up this ramp at the edge of the ocean for, guess what, another boss fight. When we got back, Elpa crafted up a mechanical eye and summoned the most scary thing I've ever seen. Oh, you think this is funny? Funniest part is when they entered their second phase. Oh no, don't tell me. Did he just turn into a god laser rifle? Especially when the eyeball starts breathing fire. Guy, he's breathing fire. I'm literally at half a heart. Leave me alone. We ended up winning this fight without dying once, so I guess that was a big pro. Still needed to fight some more bosses so we can get their item drops. In order to summon those more bosses, we need this item called Soul of Knights that are dropped from all these ghostly creatures down here next to the underworld.
Again.
What? I was not ready! And we summoned another destroyer, because why not? He gives good drops. I didn't die this time from him, so I'm really proud of myself. I thought we were done with bosses for a while when Alpha summoned Skeletron Prime, or a four-legged guy with lasers. Yo, man, this guy's got some serious upgrades. I noticed a pattern with all the bosses in Terraria. They just add lasers to them, and honestly, I approve. Sadly, we didn't kill him in time because the sun started to rise, and you can only kill him during the night. While I waited for Alpha to get more Soul of Knights, I just built all the way to Sky Limit just for the LOLs. I reached the Sky Limit. I'm with the Sky people. And then we fought the Skull guy again, but this time we won. We got a lot of new items and weapons from those boss fights, but everything changed when the Mothrons attacked. This is perfect because I wanted to test out this meteor staff, and we really needed to kill those Mothrons to get a drop that Alpha needs. We ended up killing about 4 to 5 of them, but we didn't get any broken hero swords, which was kind of sad. We didn't get what we wanted, but I did get this harp, which was pretty cool. I'm trying to learn how to play music. I took a break from exploring and fighting bosses and decided it's time to make our base bigger, which works out because we didn't have any more room for the NPCs. I had this one weird night where there was this clown guy dancing above me, which was kind of funky. But eventually I had about 10 to 15 more rooms available now. I just had to add some furniture. Oh, and I also learned about wallpaper, and there's rainbow wallpaper, so you know what I did. I was gonna change our entire place into rainbow. I also blew a hole in our base by accident when trying to give Alpha a piece of dynamite.
What?
I think playing for this long straight is now really kicking in. During the night, we fought about 10 more Mothrons and got nothing. Until the final one, where we got a broken hero sword. Now that all of that was taken care of, it was time to go fight some big boys, starting with Plantera. I tried to dynamite his little plant thing, but I missed every shot. We started the battle, and it was the funniest thing because he wasn't locked onto me at all. I was just standing still.
You're just standing still.
And during his second form, I was just playing the harp, what made Elpa really angry. But boom, bam, we finished the job. I thought it would be funny to blow up the plan again, that way Elpa would have to fight him again, but he ran away. I blew it up anyway. And then Plantera summoned at him, not even at me, which was the funniest thing ever.
Why is he on me?
But we just both ran away, and wow, does our base look amazing. We went back to the jungle and then underground because there was actually a jungle temple here. I wasn't a big fan of this place because I felt claustrophobic. The boss room, on the other hand, was the complete opposite. And the golem himself, no offense, I think it was the easiest boss that we ever fought yet. It probably was because it was the two of us, but I just felt like he was easier. I got an amazing weapon as well called the Hurtful Staff of Earth, which was my favorite weapon so far. I felt like an earthbender, and it was great. Oh, we ended up killing the golem about 3 more times. Bam, pow. When we returned back to base, we decided that I really needed some new armor, and since I'm a magic caster, we were gonna go with Spectre armor. That meant we had to return to the dungeon in order to get a lot of ectoplasm. Also, I had the power right now to start the Moon Lord summoning sequence. I'll be honest, I was really tempted. I had a lot of fun here killing these creatures with my new earth staff, but it was still a huge grind to get these ectoplasms. I'm not even joking. I love this boulder thing. It like bounces off the walls and everything. Eventually, I had enough ectoplasm, and Alpo was just getting a little more, but when I returned back to base, there was a pirate invasion, and I killed that pirate ship no problemo. We met back in the underworld where I had now full set Spectre armor, and we're gonna test it out on the new 1.4 boss, Queen Slime. Alpha also brought me a new weapon called the Shadow Beef Staff that I used against the Queen Slime, and it shredded her. The Queen Slime wasn't that scary until she grew wings, and then she was like, I'm gonna end your whole careers. But yeah, we were kind of over-prepared. She didn't do any damage to our armor. The next step was to catch and find these little worm guys in this mushroom biome, because with that, we can fish up a boss in the ocean. This moment was crazy, because as I was trying to fish up the boss, an alien invader came as well, so that meant there was gonna be an alien invasion after this boss fight. This boss was definitely the hardest for me, just because of his little Sharknado thingies. Mr. Duke really likes summoning these tornadoes, and I had a lot of trouble getting around them. We beat him twice, but I ended up dying both times. And the action didn't stop there, because when we got back, there was the alien invasion. I had a lot of fun with these alien invasions because they dropped these cool blasters that I used to destroy these spaceships, and it was just a lot of fun, using their own futuristic weapons against them. When that was over, the night was coming upon us, so we could actually have a chance to fight the new 1.4 boss. The Empress of Light can only be summoned in the Hollow when you kill this butterfly during the night. This mean giant butterfly princess, oh my god, she was mean. And let me tell you, we were not ready for her light show. Even with my epic sci-fi blaster, man, I couldn't even see her half the time. She was zooming, doing these light show laser beam things. It was wow. We both died before her second phase when she went Dance Dance Revolution on us. Oh my goodness. But don't worry, we end up fighting her again at the end. When we returned back to base, we started reforging our items. That way they were a lot better. And just our luck, we got another spaceship invasion, which is perfect because we need more spaceship parts in order to make ourselves an actual spaceship. That's right, we crafted up our own spaceships where we could just float eternally and move around. We tried to wait for another butterfly, but we got unlucky and nothing came. At this point of time, we completed everything that we should have, so now it's time to fight the Moon Lord. This was the first for me, so actually seeing the whole process of taking out all these sorcery people were pretty cool. The battle was pretty intense, but being able to fly around anywhere with the spaceship makes it really easy to dodge attacks. I didn't know what weapon to use, so I used this Typhoon book slash sometimes even the blaster still. This was just the start because now we have to take out all 4 of these pillars in order to summon the Moon Lord. Not knowing any of these pillar specialties, I really struggled with the solar one because you shouldn't be flying in this one, and that's exactly what I was doing. 1 down, 3 to go. This nebula was also pretty harsh because there was these like alien parasites jumping on my face. But boom, 2 down, 2 to go. The blue one was remarkably easy. I didn't even know what special traits it had. And Alpo already killed the green one, the vortex pillar, so that means the Moon Lord has awakened. I was pretty scared, man. This was the first time I ever faced him, and my reaction was kind of like this. Oh! I was really tired, but this really got my heart pumping. This brain Moon Lord guy was really freaky. He shoots eyes out of his hands, and they shoot lasers. I mean, this guy has it all. First thing you have to do is kill the eyes in his hands, and then his head, and then his heart is exposed. And then when you kill his eyes, then they come out and attack you. I was just so thankful I chose the Mage category here, and I wasn't being chased by Moon Lord. And boom, we defeated the Moon Lord on our first try, and only 16 hours in. This was crazy.
Didn't even break a sweat, bro.
Now it's time to repeat the entire process so we could get the items that we want. Alpha also gave me the last prison that dropped from the last Moon Lord fight. That combined with my mana flower means I could basically just shoot infinitely if I have a lot of mana potions. And this prism absolutely shredded the Moon Lord, like no joke. And we did it once more. Also during the nighttime, we camped during the Hollow just to make sure if there was the butterfly, and there was. It was time to take revenge on the Empress of Light by shredding her with this prism. I was able to dodge her ray of attacks on the second phase pretty easily, so she went down pretty easily, and I got lazy at the end and died from her last couple attacks. But we won, so that's what matters. We kept on fighting the Moon Lord to get Luminette bars because I already got myself a full set of Nebula armor. I was completely stacked at this point. The only thing that we needed left was to craft the final 1.4 sword called the Zenith. The only problem, in order to craft this, we need a drop from the Moon Lord called the Meow Mare, and we haven't gotten one yet. Taking a break from killing so many Moon Lords, we had a little spooky surprise. We fought off a lot of haunted trees that are actually called Morning Wood. I think that is a very funny name. And then the boss boy, Pumpkin, came along, but we just annihilated him several times. I mean, our gear was pretty disgusting at this point. It kept on going all the way till morning, but honestly, they didn't really do any damage to us. With only so many hours left, our only objective was to get the Zenith, and that meant we just needed the Meow Mare drop from the Moon Lord. Well, we ended up using our last 2 to 3 hours killing the Moon Lord about 30 times, and no Meow Mare. So that was our luck. We killed the Moon Lord over 30 times, but we didn't get one one single Meow Mare drop, and we needed it to craft the final sword. And our 24 hours just finished. The chances of this happening is literally 0, and it happened to us. This was pretty sad that we ended the 24 hours on a sad note, but since our time was over, we decided just to call up a friend to give us the item.
Okay, what is this?
That is cool.
This, bro. Ready? What's the top eye?
You didn't even finish. Oh wow. Oh, what the? Bro, is that? What the? That was. Yeah, that's.